this is Video Fletcher, and welcome to episode 46 of the Play Smarter at Gears of War series. And you know, the same old introduction for those of that don't know. It's just a big series that I've compiled. I began to compile it from the start of everything I believe I know about Gears of War, everything that I believe is useful, and that will stand you in good stead for improving. So there'll be a link in the description to all the videos in the playlist if you want to watch. The total duration is 8 hours and 27. So take an hour a day, half an hour a day, and work your way through the playlist, and you will improve because it goes from Gears 1 and Gears 2, and they all apply, and it goes into Gears 3. So if you want to progress like that, then you can do. Now, the lack of videos I will be addressing. The reason I had a lack of videos is, if you're noticing by my rank, I'm Red 76. Now, when Raven Down was on, me and all my mates, we ended up something like top, if we look here, top 100, I think it was, in execution for the whole month. Not because we played that many games. We were that good at the call-outs that it was just double XP. We were racking up like 30k XP a game, and I was enjoying playing it that much, Raven Down, for the first time in so long that I just didn't want to post any videos. I was just enjoying it, and I also wasn't recording because sometimes I think recording can spoil the fun of just playing. Really, not that I ever record to play to get a game or anything like that. Some people do, I don't. But yeah, we're going to jump into this tutorial, and obviously you can't host empty private matches, which I don't know why you can't, because you can do it on Call of Duty, but we'll try capture the leader, and we'll try casual 60-second 10-second capture time, 60-second bleed out, first 3. Okay, and should be okay. So the reason this is going to be your Cove tutorial. Now, I've done all these sort of map tutorials. I did all the Phoenix Rising ones, which you'll be able to see in that playlist. And this is where I teach you or try to teach you. And already I'm going to have to back out because I set the bots to fill and not 1. And I don't want to just throw up videos. I think this is what I was trying to get at, is I don't just want to say, oh, I post on YouTube, I have to post a video a day. No. If I think my content is good enough to do a video a day, which I've done in the past, I have done, but I just don't want to throw up loads of videos just to get some views, really. I'm not like that. So I play the game, I play it a lot, and I try to think that I know a little bit about it too. And we'll put the lightning rod cam on if it lets us. Or can we not even select it? We'll put on the red re-up for those that haven't seen it. So we're going to jump into it. I know this introduction's kind of long, but games take a while to get set up and such, and we're going to jump into it. So again, this is the Cove tutorial for Play Smarter, tips and tricks that I do. And also, if you stick around towards the end, I'm going to show you a preview of a series that I'm thinking of doing, if you'll stick with that. I'd just like to say thanks for the views and all the support. It would be nice if some of my videos without commentary and some of my StarCraft got up to the 500 to 1,000 views. 100 likes on each video would be amazing. I know some people have a lot less subs but get a lot more ratings than me, but whatever. We're going to jump into this game. Now, I know it's capture leader, and I bet you I haven't swapped the weapons. Yes, that's okay, I haven't. Now, opening round, again, if this was a private lobby, I'd be able to dick around for ages, but we have this bot. So, on the opening round, you want to go for this ink. People will often go for the torque bow over there. Now, we've tried that, and the torque bow, honestly, isn't as good as this setup. So, when this bitch comes for me, right, I'm going to throw the ink, okay? So, you just want to rush, you want one person, and Jesus Christ, I'm going to go down here. This could be quite embarrassing. I have to get my hard aim on, aren't I? He should go down. Yeah. So what you want to do is, I know why you can't host empty lobbies is a joke, but whatever. So you just want to run. You want to grab this ink, and one person wants to just set off immediately. Okay, they just want to set off and just try hold them up because you're going to be fighting over the digger. Now the person that picks up the ink doesn't want to run around like this and throw it in because it's too slow. You just want to pick it up. You can quick throw it, or I just tend to make sure it's a nice landed shot, and I tend to chuck it about there. So when you run and they've all pushed in, and they want that digger, they can push and they're getting full red. Now, arguably, you should want to land your ink here, but if they're quick enough, they might be able to get past it with a lucky roll. So I always just put it on the digger, so they're forced to stay in this confined area, this here. Now, obviously, they can get right hand, but if they're pushing in from this side, you should be able to do it. You should be able to beat them. So you want to try land your ink around this area. Again, I'm going to have to kill him again, and he goes down. So once you've got the digger, you've got kind of two things you want to be doing. Obviously, avoiding torque bow, but you only need 1 or 2 people to sit here, and honestly, it's a really hard setup to break. We've had trouble with it in the past. One person can sit with a digger around here, just floating on this area, going from this block to back here, just to be dodging the inks and the stuns that come in. And one guy can be sat on this side, or he can be lefty flipped like this. So to lefty flip, you aim, and then you pull back. And again, you want to be just keeping an eye on your kill feed. Now, again, the torque bow will be trying to kill you, like I say. The inks will be, the flame nades will be, but you want to have at least, because you've got 2 people in here, you can have your 3 people roaming around and calling out. Now, the inks will be the ones that try to get you, as I explained. Now, simply put it, you have one person lancering and calling out when they pick it up, but also you can hit them with a digger. Now, obviously, you can direct impact them. I think it's about that angle I'd go for. Maybe a little bit close, but you get the gist. You don't particularly want to sit here like this, hard aiming, because they're going to see you pick it up. I'd say probably, if we're looking at that, I'd say that's about right, and it was pretty spot on. So you want to be lining the bottom of your Nasher, that sort of line, onto the top of that, and maybe a little bit less, but you know, practice makes perfect. You can pretty much, I'd say about, yeah, there. So again, you can be direct impacting them, or at least, you know, pushing them off the grenades with the digger, because the digger is a good sort of barrier break, and if he sword offs me, I'm going to cry. So you can go down there. Okay, we'll pick this back up. So this is how you secure the area, and honestly, you just want to stay like this for as long as you can. It's as simple as that. I don't think there's a better way. I haven't encountered one. So, you know, when people are throwing inks, time your rolls, because obviously the danger is that if you're not timing your rolls, you're just going to get stunned and lanced, and the whole setup will just break, and then they'll have it. And it's such a compact area that if there's 2 people in there and 3 people roaming around, more than likely 3 people are going to get killed and jog back to there, and jog back to the tower. So it kind of just becomes this area is the centre of the map, and you really want to control it. Now you've got these back areas that come into play quite often. They're not huge. I thought maybe we may see some weird sort of setups down here, but with the weapon not been here, with it being in the open, it's kind of more advantageous to just kind of almost ignore the weapon sometimes. Have one person just hold it, and someone can get the lancer angles. If they're getting the lancer angles, you know, you can be flanked. Again, you just want to keep an eye out for that. And the torque bow isn't that much of a contended weapon. It is a contended weapon in the sense that everybody goes for it, but it's not actually the weapon I believe you should be going for now. You can tell me if I'm wrong, that's just my personal opinion, but honestly I think that the setup here and controlling the 2 inks are your best bet with one person just roaming around. Because if you sit here, it's actually, I don't think you can kill them if they get downed. If you get downed here, and someone is there, I don't think it's possible to kill them unless you have a grenade, and you're controlling the grenade, so that won't happen. And it's pretty easy angles to stop the torque bow. You know, I'm just going to down him, and that's how I would play the opening round of execution. It's a big push in. You want to throw your ink on there and push in. Now, if you lose this digger area, the way to break it, I personally again would just make sure you try and get these inks. Again, he'll be up there. You won't be able to see him because more than likely he'll be around that area, just on the cover, and they'll blind fire it over, and then you'll just roll out the way, and then whilst he's reloading, you can quickly go and grab it, and go ahead and push on to try and break it. Now, if that's still not working, then what you want to do is you want to focus. You can ignore those 2 people in there, and the 3 people that are roaming around, or the 4, or the 2, sorry, if you're in Alpha or Zeta. You want to just work on picking them off. So again, you want to control the torque bow, control these insins, and also you can get nice angles on them coming out of spawn. If you drop down to these areas around here with a Boltok, you can get sort of nice angles where they push out of spawn. Again, you can, you know, there's all different sorts of angles you can get. I'm not going to go through them all, but there are a lot if you push back, you know, your head's hidden. You just really want to just work on playing the maps, because there are a lot of weird angles that you can actually get by lefty flipping, which is going to be one of my next series, is just stupid angles that you can find that are useful. So that, again, just to sum it up, ink in, control that tower. If you're not controlling the tower, you want to be picking off the 3 people that are roaming around with the insins, with the torque bow, and you don't want to get killed. You just want to be as passive as you can and wean down the lives, so you can sit on this back thing, you know, you can stop them coming out of spawn, you know, take your inks and stun them coming out of spawn. There's all sorts, you know, you can have 1 guy sat on here, 1 guy on this block, and 1 guy sort of here. Now if he's here, you know, you can check this spawn, but also you can check like this, because you want to know if they're coming up behind you. Now again, I've ranted for too long on that, but we're going to go for the Boomshot round, so hopefully if I kill this guy and I don't get killed myself, then we'll capture him and we'll move on. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll capture him. So Boomshot is pretty much one of the only rounds that I wouldn't really change much. I would go for the Boomshot. So I'll just show you the route I usually run. 1 person can go and get ink, and again, just chuck it hopefully into the sniper tower and try to get it down. I usually just push up and just sit right on this block here. This is the block that I tend to go to. Covering the Boomshot, everyone will throw the smokes. You'll throw your smokes and they'll be stunned. Now, we like to be super aggressive. Sometimes can fail. You've got to be careful of the guy that's pushing out of there from their spawn and picking up insins. You know, if you want to wait a little bit and just hold him off, that's fine. Or if you want to send 1 guy, and you know, if I could get around the cover, just to dance around here and just hold him off the insins or frags whilst you wait. So we all tend to throw our smokes and pick it up, and then when we get the Boomshot, we chain revive each other. So I'll probably get lanced. You know, someone will revive me, someone will revive the person that's reviving me, and eventually we'll get out of there and we'll have the Boomshot. Now, if you've got the Boomshot, again, I would simply say, take it to sniper. If they're sat in sniper at the moment, it's fairly easy to break, you know, unless they've got ink set up. You can just go ahead, right, push in, and you know, you don't even have to be this close. A lot of the times, people will be sat behind here. They'll be wedged right into this corner. Now they'll be wedged right into this corner. Now if you shoot it here, quite often or not, it won't kill them. So you want to try and get it right into the corner, like more or less that angle. So like half your aimer is on the wall. You don't need to be like this. You want to be more like that, and then it gets right into that corner. Again, controlling the inks. It's pretty much an ink-based map, surprisingly. And we can see him running around there. There are no freakish angles that I've learnt yet, and haven't played it that much, but Hooch, that's pretty good. That's such a good call out, the Hooch bar. And again, the whole Gears game is controlling power weapons, but I just thought it would be interesting to note that torque bow isn't, I would say you'd sit in there, and it's a better option, and it works out a lot more frequently. Again, you can sit in here if you want. You know, there's loads of silly campy angles you can get. Again, look, quite often when I'm being chased, if I'm a little bit ahead, I just go like this, and they'll quite often run past me. Now, if it works, you make them look stupid. If not, you're probably going to get lanced down this big long straight anyway, so that's pretty funny. I'd say that's it for Cove. Not the most in-depth, but honestly, the map-based tutorials aren't say, hello, this is how you should play Cove. It's just giving you a general gist of, you know, if you're struggling with it, what exactly should be doing. So boom round, you kind of have one person sat here, I would say, one person watching the push, or this same person can go through and hold him off. You've got your one guy going to the ink. If he spots no one at sniper, take the sniper and get your hard aim on this boom shot. If not, if somebody is there, chuck your ink up. I would tend to chuck my ink into the sniper, so we'll just show you this now. We'll play this out. So, you know, you're coming out of spawn, obviously not this way, but, you know, here we go. You come out of spawn, and I'd go and take the ink. Now, somebody should be calling out that if you see anyone in there, if you do, you toss your ink in there. I think that was a pretty poor throw. Yeah, it landed more at the back, so that was a bad throw. And you need to stop sniping me, that could be quite embarrassing. Yeah, so you chuck your ink. If they're not there, don't waste your ink. Pick up the sniper and get your hard aim on this boom shot area. You know, just trying to pick anyone. You can get here, try peek them whilst the lancer in there. Well, we've all seen where everyone sits. And if you chuck your ink, or if you see them in there, you can choose to say no, they can have sniper. Save your ink. Just dash through here. And, you know, there'll be a guy dancing around frags, chuck your ink and stun him, and then you can push through and get behind him. These people will then, you know, they'll turn around to fight the guy that's flanking, which gives you the perfect opportunity to snatch the boomer and get out of there and set up on this block. So that's pretty much it for Cove. Hopefully I didn't waffle too much. I tried to keep my points concise, and I'm just going to show you a little section that I was thinking of doing, and you can tell me if you're interested in it or not. I really do hope these videos get a lot of feedback, because it is hard to make these sort of videos knowing that you're going to get no feedback. And these are my most successful videos, so hopefully you will get behind them. Honestly, 100 likes is sort of the target for my sort of channel now. I'm a fairly large Gears channel, kind of in comparison to some. So yeah, some good feedback would be nice. If you want to spread my channel, post it on the Epic Game forums, my tips and tricks, then go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and back out. In fact, no. I'll get my capture first, because I'm sweaty and I want the ribbon. I think you get it. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this, and then I'll just quickly show you the angles that I was thinking of doing. It's just sometimes when I'm playing, me or other people will notice an angle that is just retarded and is worth pointing out. So I just thought I'll go ahead and show it you. And these could be just a 30-second, 20-second video where I just put up Jinto angles, Cove angles, or something like that, and you just know that I found a weird angle that may be useful. Doesn't have to particularly be useful. Be weird, but it just has to be useful. So we'll go ahead now. I'm going to do it on Jinto, seeing as though I said it. Now I'll try and think of the angles that I found. So if we back out and map is host choice, yes, start match. I realise this is quite a long tutorial, but honestly these are the only long videos I do apart from my raw gameplays, but there's no point rushing through it, is there? Just to sort of compact everything. I do like to talk it through a little bit more than the average person. So we'll go on to Jinto, and then we'll pick that, and we'll wait for the game to start. So again, if you haven't seen, my latest video was a garden artillery game where I got a pretty nice kill on the leader, which I thought was worth posting. I've got my Raven down Daytarge. Honestly, if the playlist that needs to be made permanent, you can talk about whatever playlist you want. The only playlist that has ever been good is Raven Down, and that was kind of ruined by the pistol. We liked it because it changed something, but if it was going to be made permanent, I'd like 1st to 10, no man up, no nades, Nasher only, no Lancer, and that's pretty much it. So with a 1 minute round duration, so you have to charge in. So that's the playlist that should be made permanent. Raven Down with shotguns only, no nades, 1 minute round duration, then it forces people to push. So we'll just quickly do this. This is the type of series that I was thinking of doing. It would just be 30-second long clips. such as a weird angle, and already he's bum rushing me. Wow, that was some pretty impressive accuracy there, wasn't it? I'm just going to ignore you, what, whatever. So the first angle, what are you even doing? Oh, get here. Why you can't host an empty lobby, I do not know. I'm going to get down, I'm so bad. Alright. So one of the first angles that everybody pretty much knows, but some people may not, is you've just got a direct line of sight. Now, you don't even have to have an active. The amount of times that someone's been fighting up at Tortbow, or they've been sat on those blocks back there, and they've been like, there's someone at mortar, and I just jog back and I just go tap fire, tap fire, tap fire, and he either gets put full red and pushes out, and he dies, or I just down him. It's a real simple angle to get. Usually I don't really like to reveal sweaty angles and stuff like that teams use, because it does get a bit depressing when you're playing a 5-man team that think they're good and they beat a 1-man person and they're like, oh, you're bad, even though they're all holding hands. But we're not getting into that. So yeah, you can get that angle. Now the lefty flip's probably the most useful thing in the game, because it changes the way the game works, and all the cover that's been designed gets broken pretty much. One angle that I figured out was when you sat here like this and someone's kind of camping in these windows, you can get shots off on the head. Now I'm not saying you'll be able to down somebody, but you may just be able to push them off from here. Now if you try to do that, you know, you can't really aim. So again, if you just aim, pull off, and you can kind of wedge your way around. You know, but you don't really need to do it on this side because you've got right hand, so obviously you don't need to pull off. But you just can't do it. If you try to aim, you end up like this, and you just can't do it. So if you go on this wall and you aim, pull off, and you head round, then look how open it is, and you know, look, you're free to spray. Oh, he nearly sawed off me in the back. That would have been pretty fucking embarrassing. So yeah, you can't do it by pulling off this wall, you've got to be on this wall. So if you quickly dash into nades and you hear somebody calling out, you can pull off. You know, you might be able to get these sort of angles like this. You know, you can lance them down here, lance them up there. I just thought that was a pretty useful angle. There's loads that you can get on the game, and I was just thinking, if I come across any that are really useful or just new, I'll just show them. So if you're interested in that sort of series, just put, you know, nice video. Just drop a like and say thanks or whatever, and just say I'm interested in the angle series or something along the words with, yeah, I'll watch some angles, because they'd only be quick things, and I'm sure you've all got time to just watch 30 seconds. That way when you head onto it, you'll have a new angle each game. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. I've got to go out in like 10 minutes. Yeah. So I'll end it, and then I'll get rendering this video, put it all together, smash my intro on it, and we'll get it uploaded, which will probably take like 25-minute video, I'd guess this is. It's probably going to take about 11 hours, so yeah, you know, please appreciate the amount of time that goes into these videos. So hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully that taught you something new, and hopefully I will continue to just help or just make things a bit interesting for you. So boom, I'm going to go now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe or check out the playlist for all the information. And yeah, I'm going to go. Peace.